commissioner, head of the Georgia Commission, he comes out, he says, quote, "I believe it's in the public's interest to know because they've been promoting something they should not have been promoting. It's the dumbest thing I ever heard. It's a money grabber, and I'm not okay with that."
The highly anticipated Jake Paul vs. Gervonta Davis fight has been cancelled unexpectedly, leaving fans stunned and prompting a move to a new city. Dana White has long criticized Jake Paul, accusing him of avoiding fair matchups and targeting opponents much smaller than himself. White pointed out that during Logan Paul's fight with Floyd Mayweather, the size gap was enormous, and now Jake is calling out Davis, another significantly smaller fighter. White argues that these fights are not true tests of skill since Paul leverages his size advantage, comparing it to Conor McGregor's mismatched bouts.
There's a burnt bridge with my brother, unfixable.
I don't hate your brother. You guys need to fight guys your same size. When you Floyd, you are massive. He did hit you with a bomb, and you ate it. He's gonna fight Gervonta Davis.
Who do you got?
Gervonta, I think, hits way harder than Floyd, but he's too small. Your brother's gonna be able to get inside on him, put his weight on him, tie him up.
I hear your critique on fighting guys the same size as you. Is that why you guys wouldn't let me fight Conor?
Yeah, Conor weighs 145 pounds, 155 pounds.
Yeah, but he says he can.
Despite the setbacks, Jake Paul remains committed to facing Gervonta Davis, viewing it as a major milestone in his boxing career. Paul admitted the fight wouldn't be easy but emphasized that he's all in, jokingly comparing it to taking his talents to South Beach. For Paul, this matchup represents a serious step to demonstrate his dedication and progress in boxing.
Very tough decision to make.
Man, this is very tough.
On November 14th, Netflix.
In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to
I will be taking my talents to South Beach to fight Gervonta Davis.
Paul hyped up the upcoming fight, acknowledging that many believe Davis is stronger, more skilled, and favored to win. However, Paul sees this skepticism as what makes the fight exciting. He confidently asserts that the ring will reveal who truly has the edge, and he's ready to prove himself on Netflix, saying, "Let's go," and emphasizing the high stakes and unpredictability.
I'm fighting Gervonta Davis on Netflix.
Let's go.
People think that he could actually beat me, and people think he could outbox me, and he's so powerful and this and that. That's what makes it a good fight.
Jake Paul has openly admitted that fighting Gervonta Davis is his most dangerous challenge yet. Unlike previous opponents, Davis is a seasoned, lifelong elite boxer with decades of experience, while Paul only started boxing in 2020. Paul highlighted the stark contrast, noting that Davis has never faced someone of Jake's size. He framed the fight as a high-stakes event. If he wins, he shocks the boxing world. If he loses, fans may want to see him return to YouTube.
Jokes aside, this is the most dangerous fight of my career. This is no influencer, no MMA fighter, no retired boxer. He's been fighting since he was 5 years old. I have 5 years of boxing experience. My first pro fight was in January of 2020. I've never fought a professional boxer this experienced, and he's never fought someone my size. He's 30 years old. I'm 28 years old. We're in our prime. If I win, I just beat one of boxing's greatest and pulled off the impossible. If he wins, he gives you all what you want to see. Send me back to YouTube.
The cancellation in Atlanta became official after Georgia officials pulled the permits due to safety concerns over the large weight difference. The Georgia Athletic Commission called the matchup a money grab and refused to approve it, citing safety risks. As a result, the fight was rescheduled for November 14th in Miami, Florida, with Jake Paul hyping the event as a major Netflix spectacle. Paul also threw a playful jab at Davis, calling him an angry elf, while Davis responded by accusing Paul of cherry-picking opponents and joking about his weight.
Comes out, he says, quote, "I believe it's in the public's interest to know because they've been promoting something they should not have been promoting. It's the dumbest thing I ever heard. It's a money grabber, and I'm not okay with that."
Although the fight has moved to Florida, it still faces approval hurdles from the state commission. Blue Blood Sports reports that Florida previously sanctioned Logan Paul's exhibition with Floyd Mayweather, but Jake Paul's professional experience complicates matters. Fans and critics are questioning whether the bout will be approved as an official fight or remain an entertainment event, with many viewing it as a circus spectacle.
They're moving it to Florida, in Dade County, where the Miami Heat play, and guess what? that commission still has to approve of this. Right? So now they need that commission to approve of this. Right? And I'm sure Florida will approve of it because they did so with Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather. They allowed that to take place. Floyd Mayweather was a welterweight. Logan Paul was a heavyweight. But Logan Paul doesn't have the professional boxing matches that Jake Paul has had. As the B-side to a YouTuber in a circus fight that not near boxing commission wants to be a part of.
Eddie Hearn expressed skepticism about the matchup, suggesting that Gervonta Davis wouldn't be able to beat Jake Paul in a straightforward boxing match. While respecting Davis's talent, Hearn doubts the fight will happen due to uncertainties surrounding Tank's situation and logistical issues, highlighting the ongoing debate about the fight's legitimacy.
I just don't think he's going to be as good as me in boxing. Like if I went into MMA, I don't think I'd be as good as him. But that's just my beliefs and my confidence. But I invite that. And you're never going to hear me talk badly about him because I like the guy. But I'm very excited by the challenge. And I think it's great that he's coming into boxing. Let's see if he's got the heart and the engine for it.
Paul and Tank doesn't seem to be happening.
I saw that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I worry about those fights involving Tank anyway, because how can you put the plans together for an event of that magnitude not knowing what's what? So, yeah, I've not spoke to Nikita or heard from Jake Paul, but I just sort of...
Shakur Stevenson also voiced skepticism, saying the fight doesn't make much sense given that bigger, more lucrative matchups exist elsewhere. He believes Davis's skills would help him overcome the size disparity but acknowledged that Jake Paul's steady progress could lead to notable achievements if opportunities arise. Stevenson's comments reflect broader doubts about the fight's strategic importance.
I'll fight Jake Paul instead. What do you think of that?
I think that's terrible.
Why?
I mean, I get it, because at the end of the day, it's the money business thing. You want to make the most money, but from what I'm hearing, he can make more money in a fight with me. And if that's the case, why not fight me?
Sure. Do you think he beats Jake Paul?
Do I think he beats Jake? Yeah. I mean...
There's a huge size advantage, though.
It is, but I think Tank got the skills to make sure he come out on top.
Do you think that Jake has gone better?
Yeah, I think actually Jake got tremendously better from the time frame that he started till now. And in the right situation, I also could see him become a world champion.
Really?
Yeah.
Canelo Alvarez shared his thoughts, admitting he's unsure how Gervonta Davis would handle the size and weight difference against Jake Paul. Still, he found the matchup intriguing and is curious to see how it unfolds. While leaning slightly toward Davis, Canelo's comments highlight the unpredictability and excitement surrounding this unconventional bout.
Single win between Jake Paul and Gervonta. But I don't know. It should be Gervonta, right? But the weight size and everything, we'll see. It's a fun.
Terrence Crawford reacted skeptically to the fight announcement, questioning how a 135-pound fighter like Davis could realistically face someone around 200 pounds. He argued that the size gap makes the fight seem unrealistic, predicting that a clean punch from Jake could end it quickly with a knockout.
Jake Paul versus Tank Davis, they just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in from that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank.
Analysts on the Ariel Helwani show discussed the matchup, noting that while it carries fewer safety concerns than Paul's planned fight with Mike Tyson, the size difference remains a major issue. They believe Davis is skilled enough to defend himself, but Paul's power and size advantage could lead to a knockout, or the fight might be treated more like an exhibition to prolong the action.
But this that I have is you have a legitimate 135-pound champion fighter getting in the ring with a 190-pound guy, whatever it is that Jake Paul is at. So now we already let's really answer this thing. Tank maybe walks around at 150, maybe. We know he's not walking around at 170. We could maybe say 160. But we know without a shadow of a doubt, 150, right? In shape, 145, in shape. You know what I mean? So this is different from a Crawford coming up to 168, but we know his walk around weight is probably 170, 180. You know, so going at 168, this thing right here is just all the way different.
Yeah.
We're not accusing him of being part of fixing a fight. You're accusing him of being a criminal. And it's a very big deal. The same way as he can get together and come after these guys from a legal perspective. These guys, right? Not those same ones, but I'm just saying a group could come after him for fixing fights if they truly believe that he was fixing fights. It would cost him his license. It would cost him his reputation. It would be a fortune. I mean, this would be very unprecedented occurrence. I'm just saying it could. And if you want to talk trash about Jake Paul, you're not going to find yourself in a lawsuit. If you would like to put him down and you would like to be mean, he is not going to sue you.